Hello everybody, and welcome to the Flock Roundup, where I catch you up on what I've been doing on my channels. So let's get started with some new games that I've started on my channel in the last couple months. Years after moving away, Zeke and his old group of friends reunite in their small coastal town of Silverstone. Relationships are challenged and secrets will be revealed. A premise that I'm sure is familiar to those into furry visual novels, but regardless, I found the cast fairly fun to just be around. They bicker and argue like longtime friends, but you still feel the distance between them from the years they've spent apart. It gives everyone an endearing quality that I appreciate. So obviously I'm just waiting for the fall to see these characters break. Okay, so I spent days trying to make a cool logline or something to introduce to Under Heaven, and just couldn't do it. So instead I'll just say Under Heaven is a real neat sci-fi visual novel about broken people trying to get by in their unfair day-to-day lives. The world building is definitely half the fun in this first build, and does it in my preferred way of making sure the exposition is coming from the characters instead of feeling like it's just being told directly to the audience. It's good is what I'm saying. Not quite Jonathan Hickman levels, but who can be? Really, this game had me from that intro. You wax off philosophically about art, and I'll be there to listen. Anyway, I haven't seen many people talk about this game, so if you haven't checked it out, then I recommend giving it a try. Scipio, a young scholar, is chosen for a very important political journey that threatens the societies of two worlds, and yeah, we all know what Chemia is, right? Might as well skip the intro. That's right, the long-awaited reboot of Chemia has arrived with its first build, and it's fun. Haven't been back in the world of Adastra myself in a long time, so I'll admit there's some novelty in seeing everyone again with new artwork. And speaking of artwork, the CGs themselves, as well as the use of those CDs, were astonishing, always giving life to scenes that I originally thought were fairly dull. So that alone is well worth the revisit, but I'm sure the majority of you already know that, as I'm well aware of how popular Adastra is. And as a person known for not having the most positive opinion on Adastra, I still enjoyed this, and wait for the day that Amicus and friends finally get off that boat. Deep in an underground fighting arena, Xander tries to make a new life for himself, but just as he steps into the ring for the first time, this new life of his starts to fall apart. Undefeated is the newest playthrough on the channel, which my patrons voted for me to play. So if you want to be a part of those votes, well, you know where to go. I haven't recorded a lot of this game at the time of writing, but it's fun enough. Bruce is a big guy, and we always love that, and Redline is just a fun little guy. Definitely keeps things entertaining. So check it out if you're interested. Now I'd like to move on to stuff I've been doing on my streaming channel, which is linked in the description. I should have put this in the last Flock Roundup, but I made a short video essay a while back about an anime that no one cares about. So if you're interested in seeing what one of those video essay things looks like when I make it, there you go. And also, tell me what you think of it, and, well, if you want to see more content like that. I mentioned my streams of Resident Evil 4 last time, and since then I've streamed Resident Evil 5 and 6, and I just have to ask, when did video games become terrible? These were some of the most fun games I've played on stream, constantly throwing logic out the window in order to keep things fun and exciting. If it's been a while since you've played these games, then go ahead and replay them. And if you've never played them, also go check them out. They're just as fun to play today as they were back then. Well, I guess this next game is close enough to the content I make on this channel to warrant the normal intro. Novelist Harad is invited to vacation at a mansion in the countryside. Looking for inspiration for his next project, he takes the offer alongside his nephew Willie to journey into the mysterious Mercury Abbey. Didn't know what to expect from this game. I just saw a hot wolfer in the preview and picked up the game. Ended up dragging Grizz into playing with me and had a great time. The art design is incredible, the characters are a joy to interact with, and the story and gameplay have just enough going on to keep the pace engaging. I'd actually really recommend checking this game out, it was just a lot of fun. The last game I wanted to talk about that I streamed is Sparkheart, an impressive project for its production value, a lot of illustrations, some colorful UI, the inclusion of 3D backgrounds, and voice acting to top it off. It all comes together nicely, and I'll definitely be looking forward to the next build, as this one feels more like a prologue rather than a chapter 1. I will be streaming all of the builds of this game live over on my streaming channel, so if you want to be a part of that, the link is in the description as always. Anyways, I guess that's all the things from the streaming channel I wanted to talk about. So I'd like to mention I'm currently editing the 2024 highlights video. So if you have any moments you specifically want in that, I'd recommend timestamping it in the comments. And this goes for any future highlight videos. Always feel free to timestamp moments you'd like to see in those. Sometimes it's hard to decide what to actually put into them, and combing through a year's worth of my videos takes a lot of time. So any help in that is always appreciated. Anyways, that'll be all for this Flock Roundup. So I hope you all have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys around.